of Tiktaras. And the toothpaste which we all are using now is of Madhur Ras. It is so tasty that children like to eat it. Ideally, this taste is good for our teeth because the effect is cleansing the oral cavity. It helps. So normally the Danta Manjan which we prepare is more of Tiktaras. And this is the only taste. First I'll complete the functions. It reduces the secretions. It has an antipyretic, means it reduces the fever. Antipyretic. Mahasudarshan Kada which we use is of this taste. It has an antipyretic effect. Anti-helminthic, meaning it helps to reduce the worms. Helminthic is worms. Medhya, it is good for intellect. Lekhan, to reduce excess fat. And antipruritic, to reduce the itching. If taken in excess, it may lead to dehydration and Vata diseases. This is very important. Excess leading to Vata diseases and reduces fertility. Exceptions are Arka, Amruta and Agaru. These are some of the herbs. So what I was telling is, for the Danta Manjan, this is the taste, this should be the ideal taste of your toothpaste. Tikta. And what happens is, when a person is detected with diabetes, no, doesn't matter what Prakriti is, they immediately start taking methi powder or anything which is too much of bitter in taste. What happens is, taking too much of bitter is going to increase the Vata diseases, and these people then start suffering from arthritis or backache, or the skin starts darkening. So even if a person is suffering from diabetes, this taste has to be taken in a limit. You cannot excess the limit. What happens is, you take this Tikta Ras in good quantity, the sugar level is balanced, but because it is taken in a excess quantity, it is going to increase the Vata in the body. And then if the person is of Vata Prakriti, he may get knee pain immediately. Then it becomes a complication, diabetic knee pain, which is not treated at all. Only painkillers are available to treat it. The best treatment is not to take too much of methi powder daily in the morning. The quantity of methi powder has to be examined, because it is too much of Tikta Ras is going to increase the Vata in the body. So these 6 states are very important. Then comes Kashaya. Acha, this Tikta Ras, this taste is the only taste which is neglected in our diet. Normally, there are very few substances which we take in our diet of Tikta Ras. Karela is just one example. Otherwise, there are not too many vegetables or food preparations which no one likes to eat too much of bitter food. Still, it has to be a part of diet. Kashaya is the astringent taste. It has the effect of heaviness in the tongue and sense of obstruction in the throat. This local effect, the best example is amla. If you take a fresh amla, this is the effect it is going to have. It will just have a heaviness in your tongue and the throat gets obstructed. What are the functions? It reduces clade and made. Clade is the waste product which is produced in our body during cell division. The waste which is going to be thrown out, that is clade. And made is extra fat which is deposited in the different parts, that is made. So Kashaya Ras is going to reduce the clade and made in our body. It has the effect of contracting, anti-diarrheal effect. So Kashaya Ras, the food stuff which is of Kashaya Ras is used as anti-diarrheal. Like anar, dadam is used as anti-diarrheal. Kafagna, it reduces cough and is good for skin. Excess leads to constipation, distension and reduces fertility. An exception is Haritaki. Now if you see, out of the 6 tastes, 4 tastes if taken in excess they reduce fertility. So how important this point is. The balance of all the 6 tastes is very important. So now I hope from today onwards, whenever you are going to have any food stuff, you will first analyze which tastes I am having in my daily meal. Or you should analyze at least in the whole day, what are the tastes you are going to eat. Are you including all the 6 tastes in one complete day? Are you including all the 6 tastes? Sweet, sour, bitter, pungent, astringent and salty. These are the 6 tastes. Then, according to Ayurveda, the food stuff which we eat is classified into different ways. This classification is important for us to know. First is Shubh Dhanya. Shubh Dhanya is all the cereals which we eat comes under the heading of Shubh Dhanya. Shami Dhanya is pulses. These come under Shami Dhanya. Nowadays, we categorize our food according to the calories, the calorie content in it. This is how Ayurveda has classified the food stuff. Shuk Dhanya, Shami Dhanya, then Shak Varga is vegetables, Fal Varga, fruits, Sneha Varga, that is fats and oils, Harit Varga, green leafy vegetables, Ahar Yogi Varga, that are the spices which we used in the food, Go Rasa, that is milk and milk products, Ikshu Vikar, means the products which are prepared from sugarcane and honey are Ikshu Vikar, Mans Varga, that is animal and seafood, Madhya, different type of wines, Draksharista is also a type of wine, Drakshas or Draksharista, Krutanya, that is cooked food, and Ambu Varga, different types of water, means it may be water from a spring, water from a river, direct rain water, coconut water, these are different types of waters which we use. So this is just a broad classification of diet, food in broad sense. Our diet should include a part of all these diets. Any one of this should not be neglected. Then what are the signs of a healthy person? How do you decide a person is healthy? This is how you decide. Good hunger, smooth diet. I want everyone to note down all these points or by heart these points, because if any one of them is missing, it means you are not fit. It means you have to again think of the 6 tastes which you are having, and which if you are taking it excess or you are balancing it. So good hunger, smooth digestion, easy release of urine and feces and flatus, lightness in the body, elated and active senses, sound sleep and alert awakening, longevity, strength and complexion, contented feeling and sense of well-being because of optimum metabolism. These are the signs of a healthy person. So I'll keep this slide and then, yes? Sorry. Acha. Again, the food which we take, again Ayurveda has laid down some rules how a person should have his food. So there are seven main principles like Prakriti, Karan, Sanyog, Rashi, Desh, Kal, Upayog Sanstha and Upayokta. This is how they have classified. Prakriti. Prakriti means what is the quality of the food you are going to take. Whether it is heavy to digest or whether it is easy to digest. How is your digestive fire? If your digestive fire is ignited that day, these are the things which are to be considered when you are going to have food. Prakriti of the food which you are taking. In my earlier lecture, I had talked about Prakriti of human being, whether he is of Vata Prakriti, Pitta Prakriti or Kapha Prakriti. And as per the Prakriti, the person's behavior is going to change. And he should have his food according to his Prakriti. So now when we are taking food, we should understand the Prakriti of food we are taking. It may be at home, it may be in the office, it may be in a 5-star hotel, or it may be in any other country. You should try to understand whether this food stuff, whether it is Laghu or Guru. Laghu means the food which is easily digested. It means your digestive fire, if it is not so ignited up to the mark, even then you can digest the food properly. Such type of food is called as Laghu. And Guru Anna is the food which takes more time to digest. So when you get your food in front of you, you should first analyze it. It is Laghu or it is Guru. And according to that, you can decide the quantity of food which you are going to eat. So Prakriti of food is very important. Prakriti. Then comes Karan. Karan means processing. Processing. How you are going to process the food stuff. Whether you are going to roast it, whether you are going to eat it raw, whether you are going to cook it properly, whether you are going to sizzle it, Karan. So the food stuff which first you decide whether it is Guru or Laghu, then how it is prepared, because the preparation also alters the qualities of the food. So the way it is prepared has to be analyzed. Prakriti, Karan. Then comes Sayog. Sayog means there are certain food combinations which are not to be taken together, which are called as wrong food combinations or Viruddhanna. Like if you are taking fish, milk cannot be taken along with fish. If you are taking non-vegetarian food, milk cannot be taken with it. So if you are taking milk, salt has to be avoided along with it. So Sanyog, what two things are combined